Why is my stream unstable? Okay, I think I shall start. I still don't understand why it says my stream is unstable. Because this is how it usually is. This is the usual bit rate. Okay, what else do I have to do? Okay, I think I'll start. Need Chrome. It's actually not a bad place to put it. I'll keep it here. Okay, need to change my remote. I recently renamed myself on GitHub, so git remote set URL origin git at github.com Kevin and Samuel. Kevin and Samuel.com.git SSH add. Okay. push new commit. Oops. Okay. So what I wanted to do today is set up Font Awesome, but not actually Font Awesome. I only want very few icons from Font Awesome. So to show what I have right now, building, serving. Okay. Oh. Okay, so delete this. Social and socials, why is it not working? Alright, because text is empty. LinkedIn, this is Twitch, GitHub. So have so something like this, but this is how do I put it? It's taking too much space on the screen, so I don't want it like that. I was thinking of changing it to icons. So what I plan to do is something like how can I do this? Okay, this is gonna have to be an aside. That was the plan. Am I allowed to have an aside inside I had it? I have no idea. Okay. So now I am going to be saying Kevin, Anil, Samuel, messages dot on for the lamb. Do I have on? I do not. Okay, so okay. So there's going to be two different sets, which is why I cannot leave it like this. I'll have to do. I'm just going to restore this git. Restore file. Cool. And then I'm not going to do it for social and socials. We're going to do it for social and social. Start Kevin and old Samuel, and then we'll have all of that. Blah 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 blah. That's not working. For social in socials. Oh. Okay, I could keep it like that. Socials. That's social. LinkedIn. For socials. socials social. We'll call this something like SNS. Okay. And so that means that I have to have username separate, and this is going over here. So that means this is going to be a list item of its own. And within the list item, we're going to have another unordered list. Okay, I need to format this again, but we'll come to that. 12 for contact in I'm just going to make this contact, and then 10, yeah, for contact in okay. Lines for contact in socials dot contacts. We will have a list item that will be an anchor hedge. I'm just going to copy this. Could probably write this a little better. I should take a look at it once it's done. Need to end for okay. There's nothing showing up though. Alright, because this is called content list solution. Okay, so yeah, this is how it is written right now, and that's taking way too much vertical space, so I need to reduce that. So what I'm planning to do is we will have an unordered list. We'll have a list item. It's going to be a grid. With 2 columns called 2. Did grid calls 2? Yeah, grid calls 2. Something like this. My name is still getting cut. That is not ideal. But am I saving space? I think I am. Yeah. So maybe if I make my left pane a bit smaller, because I don't need so much white space. Whatever is next to my name is blank. Also, my kicker is also white. How can I change that? Where is it? That's my name. Okay, it's here. 3 to 1. How many rows do I have? I have only 1 row. How many elements do I have? Okay, so this is the side. The side is 1 row, so I'm gonna have to make this 2 rows. class is equal to rows and 2. Okay, good. That's actually saving a lot more space. That's what I was planning to do. Now I just need to make this. So many dogs. Okay, the dogs have finally stopped shouting. For now. Almost when they start again. Okay, so one thing I noticed while I was waiting is these are not aligned. Even if I shift this to the left, this is going to be out of alignment and that's going to look very odd. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into 4 cells. We'll have 2 rows and 2 columns. So how do I do that? Is there a contacts element? MDN contacts element. Okay, cool. So I could use the address element. Contact information provided by can take whatever form is appropriate for the context and may include any type of contact information that is needed, such as physical address, URL, email address, phone number, social media handle, geographic coordinate, and so forth. The address element should include the name of the person, place to which the contact information refers. How do I do that? This doesn't have the example. Where's the name? There is no name. This can be a variety within an article element and only includes the global attribute, so there's nothing else. So you can contact author at, wait, I don't get it. How am I supposed to give my name? This is not a name, it's just the email address. Is that fine? Also, they're using line breaks, not a list. Is that also fine? Although it renders text the same level of styling as the I or M elements, it's not appearing to include contact information as it conveys additional semantic information. Flow content, but no nested address, no heading, no sectioning. Okay. But excluding address elements. So I could use a list. I'll just do it, but I don't know how I'm going to get my name. Would it work if I use the title element? Probably would, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of that, put it over here. This is going to be the address element for the title of name LAN. This is not social, this is contact me messages. I'm gonna have 2 separate ones, so I'll have to call this contact me. Okay, now I need to end the list and the address element. Okay. I do not want it to be italic. Who's setting italic? It's not here. Font style italic, and it is not over didn't all. So we go to tailwind. Hey, my bit rate's better. Okay, we go to tailwind, we go to, I think it's just not italic. Is that what I should use? What that one? Okay, yeah, that's a fun style almost not italic, okay. Not italic. Yeah, perfect. That's what I wanted. And close this, not italic, and we have 4 elements. More or less aligned. I should probably increase the height of this, but first we're going to increase the width. So right now it's 1:4, so if I make this 3:2, so 1:, no wait. Is this better or not? Okay, if I were doing this in 10 parts, I would give 7:3. That's 7:3. Should I just do 5? 50-50. Okay, not very sure about this. Okay, I'm gonna make my name a bit bigger. So we're gonna do text full. How do I set text? Okay, font size. Okay, font size. There's no relative font sizes, which means I don't even know if you could do font size 100%. Probably not, right? Yeah, nothing's happening, but maybe it'll reload. Let's see. Font size 100% has been applied. It has had no effect. Should I set it to line height? Line height is 1. Line height, normal to exposed height. No. Line height is set to leading. Leading is line height. Item spacing, font height, font style, font size. Right. Let's see what MDN has to say about font size. Could say to 80%. What does that mean? What is the percentage? Percentage values. Parent elements font size. Okay, what do I do? How can I make the text big enough to fill the whole box. No. Okay, I can't think of anything for now, but so I'll just leave it as it is. Looks pretty big, but okay. Know what I need right now. So that's 50-50, but I don't want it to be 50-50. So let's do 60-40, which will be 3-2. 3 FR, 2 FR. Yeah, that is 60-40, but my name is still not really fitting. So if it's not 60-40, what else can it be? Okay, the 60-40, 70-30, 65-35. Should I try doing that? Would that make a big difference? Not really. Okay, 3 FR, 2 FR for now. 3-2, that's my kicker over there. Okay, all of this is fine so far. Okay. Article ID, messages.cv.lang. Okay, that's the main element. Header class is gonna have my name. Paragraph, that's my kicker, just a short description about myself. Then there's the address, which says name, which I could probably just change to something like contact name. Should I do that? What is the document accessibility tree? Section header, Kevin Samuel, paragraph. Language enthusiast check, group Kevin Samuel, list. Why is it group? That's so generic. Okay, we're not going to do title. We'll just leave it as address. What happens if I do that? Article. See, okay. No, toolbar. Skip to content, article, section header. Weapons, no paragraph, static text, list. So if address doesn't have a title, it just skips to the list. And the list title is not showing up because messages to contact me is blank. Messages contact me. It's fixed now, hopefully. Section header, get in touch. Wonderful. So get in touch, we'll have all of that. Okay. Target blank, refer, no refer, class text, wrap. Why do I need this again? I don't need it. Okay. Okay, good. Then there's going to be an aside, and this is going to be social media stuff. So this is going to be listed title is equal to, you're going to call this SNS. On social media sur les réseaux sociaux. Does a réseau have an accent? Réseau. Yeah, it does. Okay. So this is what I'm going to work on now. First thing, okay, I'll leave it as 2 for now. Kevin and Samuel on LinkedIn, Twitch, GitHub. So instead of the text, we're going to have the icons. I'll probably add YouTube and stuff, so it's going to be a lot of icons over there. Do I need a grid now? Why is this? Okay, this is not supposed to be like this. This is supposed to be. Wait, what? Okay, delete and delete. Could I just leave it like that? I could. I don't think that's a bad idea. So instead, we just move it off to the right. So aside text right. But am I saving any space at all if I put it like this? Probably not. The whole point of this was to save space. If, wait, why is this roast matter now? Roast, I don't actually need any of these. What do I? I do not. Just gonna delete that. Delete this. And instead we will do header. Something about the flow, grid, flow, row, grid, auto flow, grid, flow, row. No wait, it's called. What's it called? It's called. Okay, I need to set grid rows. This is not dead. This does not go the way I expected it. Could I just set it with order? So I would just set class is equal to author 3. Why is it there? I think this is fine. I don't want to specify the rows. I'll leave it like this. This is fine, right? Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. So now I need to decide whether I keep my name on top and all the social media links right below it, or put my name on the left. I kind of want to try see how it goes if I put it on the left. Grid. Definitely saves more space. Okay, I think I will do it then. So kind of a force align break, and then we're going to do class. If this is the main axis controlled by justify. These are items, so items center. Don't do anything. Item. Oh no, it's supposed to be like something like self. Place self-align items, self-center. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, but there's no gap. So gap of 2. That'd be too much? Hopefully not. Okay, I like how this is going. So that's going to be my side, and inside my side there's going to be one paragraph. It simply says, I'm Kevin Hammond on. Maybe I should make this smaller. Span class is equal to text lesson. I would also not mind making it a little lighter, but I'm not sure how that will look later. So I'm going to leave that as it is. Excuse me. And then there's going to be a list for social in socials.access. This item with class underline. Target is blank. Referral policy is no referral. Class text wrap. I'm not going over that. Social.link and social.text. So social.text is going to be an icon. We're going to have a title which is social 0. So what happens is when people hover can say GitHub, which unfortunately means that I need to write it properly. Linked in Twitch. Okay, it's going to be something like this, and whenever people hover over it, it's going to say that. This is also what would happen when people are using screen readers, right? Static text. Is it possible to hide the text? Or should I do something like RU label? Linked LinkedIn focusable static text. Title's not working. Should also be RU label. Sorry. Don't need this now. ARIA label. So now if we go into article section header, heading is Kevin Simon, get in touch, paragraph list. Inside the list we have a link, static text. We have a line text box which is empty. What happened to the outer label? Oh. So noisy. Why is the ARIA label not working? ARIA label. Defines a string and can be used to name an element as long as the element's role does not prohibit naming. Yeah, but this is link. No, this is list item. Oh, it's link. It's link. Doesn't seem like it. Weird. Okay. Anyway, I'm quite satisfied with the layout for now, so I'm gonna save all of that. Okay. Now comes the hard part. So instead of all of these, I'm going to start using icons. So I'm getting the icons from FontAwesome. So I'm gonna have to install it first. There's the FontAwesome package called font awesome, icons, docs, getting started, host yourself. Where's the package? What is the package called? Download the font awesome user package manager. So the package, oh wait, I think you need to skip to step 2. Your custom icons not are individual icons. You can choose in a variety of formats. Kit of font awesome. Kit packages, you can pick only the styles or individual icons. Head to your kits to create one if you have a Pro Sculpt subscription. I don't. Font awesome packages contain only font awesome official icons. They are not subsets with large downloads, which is what I'm trying to prevent. I do not want a large download, but I do want a subset, but I don't want to get Pro. So I'm going to make a subset on my own. Yay! So how do I do this? The Pro packages, all thing. I don't have Pro, so what's the other one? Okay, here it is. If you need just we have a slim down free only package there. Install it with this command. SVG core, SVG icons, free packages. Okay, this is what I need. So maybe this is enough. Free bands, but I want fonts. Need to check what this does. npm.js.org. That's weird. I'd have something wrong with it. Can we choose bubblegum and install running all our bubblegum? Is it supposed to mean it's so big? Unpack size is 2.6. Font awesome, homepage. Dependency code. SVG accounts, okay. JS, there's no test. All of this is JS. Okay, I don't think this is what I want. Because all of these are JS files, so what happens if I get one and import it? No, not what I want. Okay, so if I'm not doing that, do I have to download it or can I use the package? Install the font awesome. Inside you'll find the files you need. Okay, so I'm gonna try getting the package. But if I'm getting the package, these are the options I have. Method and add icons, use environment, project specific, kit of font awesome packages. What do I use? Auth token for kit packages, project specific. What do you mean? For 20 forms that did you? Sounds by the way, back here, photos across multiple projects. Okay. Nothing important over there. Okay, as for the package picker method and add icons kit package, SVG icons package. Okay, so what if instead of this I use the free package? Well, that's only one free package. Okay, not So if I'm not looking over here, go to Font Awesome itself. Font Awesome types Font Awesome free. Okay, so maybe this is what I want. Font Awesome free. Okay, so code. Let's see if this has CSS. It does. Okay. Cool. Wait, no, what I want is web fonts. The web fonts folder. Does it have the web fonts folder? It does. Okay, so this is the package I want. npm install Font Awesome free. Cool. Okay. Oh. Okay, so the simplest way of doing this would be going into, I don't want this in base. Do I want this in base? Seems expensive to put it in base. Maybe I should just put it in resume. So if I'm putting it in resume, how else can I do this? List production, title, get bundle auto redirect. Do I use a bundle or do I use the layout? Do I use a layout? Unless leventy.layout is equal to base.liquid. Hopefully that's what it's called. And unless link rel is equal to style sheet href is equal to this may not be how I wanted to do it. Actually, how big is my style.css file? Network, preload, style.css is 15 KB right now, dev.css is 0.2 KB, not important. Styles are big. I could do it with Minify because I'm not doing anything else for now. Minify, okay, I'm not doing Minify right now. Let's go and style. How do you import a web font? Let's look at the code over here. So CSS, font awesome.css. I forgot how you use web fonts, but font awesome. Wait, it's not here. Okay, MDN web fonts. Okay, web open font format, font face. Okay, so font face, URL. Is this what I want? Okay, so URL, where's URL? Comment to do it so the user's install copy of the font is used, following back to download of the copy of the local font URL. So usually local should be written. Both functions are optional, so a rule block containing one or more local is possible. Format and tech. What I'm concerned about is the location for URL. So okay, I could use root. Maybe I will, but it might not work with Legend. Okay, root, not root. We're gonna call this FA font face. Oh, font face, font family. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. That's how you do it. You define a font face. Okay. So I'm going to call this FA. Source is going to be local font, whatever they called it. What are they calling it? FA style family. Okay, that's where font awesome 6 free. Oh, I ran out of space on my computer again. I think it's fine. That's weird. I thought I moved all the streams. Apparently not. Okay. Do I have some way to back up all of these? Oh, one of my streams was 15 GB. No wonder I ran out of space. Okay. Hello. Okay, cool, I'm back. Or not, something's not right. Hold on. Hello. Why is there so much more noise? Ah, okay. Now it's better. Okay, so not on a break anymore. Alright. I moved all my streams out so I can delete these. Which is the big one. 15 gigabytes. Oh, nice. Oops, this is trash. I don't want to trash it because the answer is being saved. RM streams 2025 527 2040. Okay. I don't know if I really want to keep recording. Is there really any point to it? I have more space, that's a good thing. Just delete everything actually. Okay. Okay, so right now style.css is 14.5 kilobytes. I'm gonna do include local source 1006 free or URL root assets fa6 free dot wof. I think I need to set up source declaration list font face. Okay, I don't have to do it. I would rather do it. Okay, let's see. URL and there's format, open type, and WOF. I don't know which one's bigger, but I think WOF is designed for the web open format, so I'm going to call it WOF2. Wait, but first, for now, we're just going to use as it is. So what did they give us? Do I have to work with? If I go there to web fonts, I have WOF2 for brand yeah, WOF2. Okay, fa6 free. I'm gonna call this brands.wof2. Okay, now the problem is also wait, let me put this in root and fa will do font family. Okay, something's wrong and I'm making the mistake. Scroll up. Okay, blah 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 blah. List semicolon. Where's this? Okay, there. Okay, that worked. Okay, style.css is 14 points in KB. The thing is, there's no file, so now what I need to do is let config. I'm going to do a pass-through copy I don't have any repository copies yet. 11t config.add pass through copy. Node modules. I don't know where this is saved. Okay. ls node modules. That's a lot of files. So is it inside this node modules fort? Awesome. Okay. Fort awesome slash font awesome 6-3, I think. Oh no, it's just font awesome -3. And then I do web fonts, okay. Font awesome free web fonts slash something. Web fonts FA Browns 400 WOF 2. FA Browns 400.WOF2. Okay, and I need to rename my copy. Where is, I don't have 11t open. Okay, 11t.docs. Copy files to output. Using globs, copy file alongside a template. Change the output directory. So use a map. Okay, I can do that. So input and target. Now my target. It's such a long file name. Okay. It's gonna be assets. What do I call it? Using copies. Okay. So did it get copied? I don't know. Oops. Okay. That should work. Using restart 11t. Okay. Now, do I have it? Root assets fa6.brands.wof2. Is that what I called it? fa6 free dot brands. fa6 free. It downloaded the file. That's wonderful. Now the problem is I actually have the font installed, so it's getting it from local. Oh, there it is. It did download it. It's 0.2 KB. The whole file is 0.2 KB. Seriously? Preview, review, initiator headers. Or is it the wrong file? I think I need to check. No, because this one says 116 KB. I am not sure. Let's check. CD downloads file. Okay, this is a font. That's about it. Okay, makes sense. So it is a font file, but for some reason the network request only got 2 KB. 0.2 KB, sorry. But this is a file that is how big? 116 KB. It's weird. Right, so the actual problem is that I actually have Font Awesome installed on my system so that I can use it for icons in Waybar, but because of that, I'm not able to use the web fonts. So let me first test that this is working. So where do I want to go? I want to go to resume, and we're going to change this. We're going to add the class FA, and we need the glyph. Yeah, that's fine. So Font Awesome, put this in a new tab. Icons, icon categories. It's not here. Where are the brands? I'm gonna look for GitHub. Okay, there is brands. GitHub, copy the glyph, and we go to socials. So here we change the text. It is almost invisible. Why is it invisible? Okay, it's underlined, but there's no actual icon. That's weird. I mean, I don't see the icon. Okay, I'm just gonna check the font family here. Font. Okay. Font family didn't work. Where are we? That's weird. And there is a font face called FA. Okay, I need to check why this isn't working. Find any font FA. Where is this? Okay, this is the list item. We'll look over here, not there. Font family is FA. We'll change the color here. Color hot pink. Still nothing. I'm gonna delete the underline because I don't need an underline if I'm using icons. So blank class. Okay, so that's a bright color just so I know what I'm working with. Why didn't the glyph render? Why is it invisible? Font family set to FA. FA, there's a root. Okay, the root didn't get applied. Font face. No. Okay, I'm gonna try looking at the docs again. Host yourself, web fonts. So web font CSS, copy both the web fonts and CSS file. Blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna actually do this. So we copy brands.css and the brands web font file. You copy the style sheet, done. Then you do FA solid, FA brands, FA GitHub Square. But that is if you're actually using the same style sheet, which I'm not. Brands, there's only one brands family, so it's not even a problem. Add icons to HTML, setting different styles, aliases, alternate ways, with pseudo elements. Using, okay, this one. CSS is a powerful feature known as pseudo elements. Load the correct web font. Source URL, web fonts, FA family. Okay. Should I maybe remove local? That help. Okay, let me try removing the local font. Okay, so now the URL is only assets FA6 premium brands of still nothing. Okay, come back here. Icon of the font family font awesome 6 free. You set FA star family classic. Font family, if you're using provide fonts, this will already be there. Plus some handy custom properties to help you apply to that font. Change its rules to point to the correct web font. If you're using font or some supplied style sheets, you can use literally custom properties that about font family. You might not need all of what we do here, but take a look if you're running into edge cases. Referencing individual icons. Why can't I just use the document, the content? I have absolutely no reason to do pseudo elements. It should be done anomaly. Okay, I need to check root. Root. Oh, sapphires? No. Root. It's not here. Why is my face not there? I'm gonna reload this. Still no font face. Okay, just to check that I'm actually doing this correctly, I'm going to curl HTTP okay, I am getting stuff. I'm gonna type this and do file. Okay, so no confusions there. I am copying it correctly using 11t and That means the problem is the way I'm using it in CSS. Font face is not getting applied. Probably because I'm doing it wrong. Font face uses attributes reflects a custom font, which can be loaded from either a remote server or locally installed. I don't think I'm supposed to put this in root. That is probably the problem. Yeah, there's the icon. Wonderful. That's exactly what I needed. Now I'm just gonna do something like apply text LG. Nah, I'm not gonna do this yet. I think this is enough. Random fact, what you hear is the bird call of a red rattle lapwing. So I don't need this at all, I'm doing it with the default style sheet. The only problem is I need the style sheet, but I don't need the style sheet for the index. I don't need the whole style sheet for the index. Maybe I should do a preload. I'm not sure. I feel like my biggest download right now is, yeah, it's the style sheet. So that's 7 milliseconds. This is 11 milliseconds. Okay. This is 119 KB. That's the biggest file. And I'm going to be using like 5 fonts from there, which is what I'm going to try to reduce. So right now this is without throttling. So if I were using a 3G connection, font is still not loaded, icons not visible. It took 4 seconds. I don't want that. So I'm going to try to make this faster. Just for the heck of it, let's see what Lighthouse is saying. Navigation, time span, mobile desktop performance. What's the mode? It might be 3 modes: navigation, time span, snapshot. The actual JavaScript execution performance opportunities to improve. I think I want time snap. Analyze. Okay, let's run navigation. Oh, wonderful. Everything's at 100. I mean, everything's green. Performance. Why is there a problem? First content filtering will be 1.8 seconds. Why did it take so long? Eliminate render blocking resources. Style.css and dev.css. Enable text compression, prevent backward, forward, one for any reason. Okay, alright, that's fine. Minify CSS, minify JavaScript, so style. Okay. Sure the text remains visible during font display. What is font display? Okay, also sort on MDN font display. No, not here. Actually, let me check on font awesome. What does font awesome do? Might as well open the GitHub up. Okay, font awesome. CSS. CSS font awesome.css font. Wait, I don't know where they set the font face, because it was not here. France maybe. France.css. Font face, yeah, there it is. Font display block. What does that mean? Font display determines how a font face is displayed based on whether and when it is downloaded and ready to use. Auto block swap fallback option. Short block period, infinite swap period gives the font an extremely small block period. What is block period? Okay, font display timeline is based on a timer that begins the moment the user agent attempts to download a font. If the font is not loaded, any element attempting to use it must render an invisible fallback font face. If the font face is not loaded, any element attempting to use it must render a fallback font face. I don't understand. So I only have three options. If the font face is not loaded, any element attempting to use it must render an invisible fallback font face. Okay, confusing. What are the pros? Do we have avoid large layout shifts? Section grid gap 2. Why did this shift? Because of the, oh, okay, makes sense. Avoid chaining critical requests. Okay, this was mainly what I was trying to avoid. So right now, Font Awesome loading the whole set is taking too long. It's very big, and I don't need all of it. I need very, very little bit of it. I'm only going to be using like 4 or 5 glyphs at most. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy those brands first. Remove this, quit, remove. Okay, so we have GitHub. I don't use Facebook, so let's go to LinkedIn. Wait, I should probably save some of this. What do we have? Okay, stage, font family, FA, font family, FA. I will use local as well. So if it's local, it's called font awesome 6 free. Okay. Yeah. I don't like that. I need to change it for sure. I can see the layout shift. What happens if you set it font display block? Milliseconds, 10 milliseconds. Why did this take 10 milliseconds? Probably because it includes that. Preload 10 milliseconds, 9 milliseconds. Okay. Okay, coming back to this. Okay, where I was. Okay, good. Stage. What else do we have? I'll come back to that. Probably take off the line. Yeah. Basic SNS icons using font Awesome 6.3. Okay, so that's one glyph. Then you add LinkedIn. What other glyphs do I need? Probably YouTube. Instagram, I don't use Instagram. Docker, I don't have anything with Docker. WordPress, try. What is my username on Stack Overflow? Oh no, I think it's Kevin less. Oh wait, it wouldn't show the user. I'm not heard about. Pick the taxis next. Traffic lights. Okay. My username is Kevin LS. I probably have to change that. But do I want my Stack Overflow in there? I guess it's fine to put it there. But okay, I'll just copy it. Stack Overflow. Text is glyph. Link is going to have to change. Okay, does we have Twitter, Google Play, JavaScript, Amazon, Discord, Rebel, Node, Linux, Python, GitLab, Spotify. Wait, what is this YouTube and what was the other one that I used? I'll keep the other one. Yast, Twitch. Copy. Where's Twitch? 14. What else? What else? Can I change this site to dark mode? So great. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. We Twitch. Fly somewhere around here. X Twitter. Copy. Where is Twitter? Okay. What else do we have? Threads. I don't have threads. Wait, is there anything without an icon? Then right now, nothing. Good. What else could I possibly add? Use some of these, like when I'm talking about programming languages that I know, but that's going to be a separate section. So for now, I think I have everything I need. Should I use this one for LinkedIn instead of the other one? No, everything looks different on here. Okay, LinkedIn letterbox, JS Studio, stuff in JS. Okay, here are most of these glyphs. Actually, I should probably reorder them, but whatever. I can wait. Close. So I was actually thinking this would become something like, I do gray the flags. What's it called? I thought this was okay. For now, I'm gonna close the ones that I don't need. Address, line label, done with whatever I had to do here. Okay, actually, I'm gonna close these for now. Front display, Stack Overflow. Okay. Where's the grade auto flow? Where is the grade flow row and column? Grade flow row. Oh, okay. It's supposed to be the URL. Class is equal to grade flow call. So this is what I'm concerned about. There are categories to this. I don't want everything in the same line. So I could separate it if I use something like an array. Socials. So what I would do is SNS. First row would be just LinkedIn and X. Then I would add a second row, which will be, let's say, Twitch and YouTube. Third row for GitHub and Stack Overflow. So is there a way to group list items, or do I have to use a div? I probably have to use a div. Okay, let's see. What are the permitted children for a UL? Nesting a list. What's a list box? Do they have something to select? They do. So, but no, I don't think this will want. Oh, these are audio roles, doesn't matter. Okay, so I can either have 3 lists or I can have 1 list. Oh, I could also have it nested. But I don't know if I want to do that. If I'm not doing that, what else would I do? I would have to... Yeah, I would have no choice but to use a div. But I don't particularly want to use a div. One other thing I could do. Okay. I could do that. Let's do this. So for social in socials.cns, SNS, so that's going to be row, and then for social in row, and for, so there's 2 loops, and here we're going to do, oh, this is not ideal. So it's going to be grid row start, grid row, that's how it's going. Grid column start and end, grid row start and end, row span 1, row span 2. I just want start. How do I do that? Where is row start 1, row start 2, row start 3? So I would use the row index, but if I use the row index, Tailwind would not know what I'm talking about because Tailwind will not be able to read the variable. So what else could I do? Row in social thread SNS. Okay, this might not work. So what else could I do? Row in social SNS for social in row. What else could I do for row? I'm gonna look at liquid. Shopify look at liquid. Iteration for else break continue for parameters limit to offset range for loop object first index last length or index. What if I don't use Tailwind? Oops. What if I use stars? I could do that. So that would be style is equal to row start, right? Grid row start. Grid row start. And then, oh wait, this is the outer for. So it's going to be like for loop dot parent dot index 1 index. Which one? Index. Let's be alright. Going to delete this. Doesn't do anything. Create a row start. Okay. Oh, this needs to be in the list item. And it's empty. Okay, so what is it for the loop? Parent loop, not parent. For loop dot parent loop dot index. Still empty. For loop dot parent loop. If the current for loop is in nested, then the return value is null. So nil. Can I not just use for loop dot parent loop dot? Does that not work? It should. Why does it not work? Good, let me see if this returns null. It seems to be null. Let's be for loop dot index is 1. Kind. it's all everything's in the wrong order. For loop dot index is working. For loop dot parent loop is not working. Does what's this called? Liquid JS for loop. Okay, so it's because I'm using Liquid.js and Liquid.js doesn't have parent. Okay. So it's actually not a big problem. I can just do call index and assign call index is equal to for loop. There you go. Except it's still not doing what I want. Okay, I'm gonna minimize this. Column 1, column 1, column 2, column 2, column 3, column 3. Okay, it's not column, it's row. So LinkedIn and X are together, Twitch and YouTube are together, GitHub and Stack Overflow are together. Wonderful. That is exactly what I need, but I might have to change this to a flex. But can you use this with flex? Probably not. Probably not. This flex initial. Okay, how does a flex work? Flex. No, because flex uses only one access. So I cannot do it with flex. It'll have to be like flex. I'll have to run 3 different flexes. So instead what I have to do is grid. Where is it? Column. This one. Create calls. No, it's not this one. This one. Create calls min. It's not call min, it's calls min. Okay. Didn't do anything. Tailwind, I done, okay, done. But there's nothing happening. Grid calls min. Why is it not applying? Oh, it's auto calls min. Should I use it? Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, and then I add, let's say, a gap of pixel. No, I have to do gap to after. Okay, and I move this off to the right. How do I do that? So this is a grid. Grid has two axes. There's the main axis and the cross axis. So right now, because I'm going in columns, I think the main axis is this way. So this would be a line. Okay, it's probably like items right or items end. Justify items and align items. So align items end. It is not items end. Justify items. And we're on line axis. That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna go there. Clear this out. Align items end doesn't do anything. Because the grid is so small. Okay, so I just change the grid to the right. Will I do that? Do right 0, but that would not help because it's static. So if I'm not doing right 0, what else can I do? Could do float right, but I don't know if that's still CSS. Text right, float right, line self. Is this a grid? It is a grid, right? UL is inside a grid, yeah. So this would go align self, end, or not. So justify self end. Probably that might be. Yeah, there you go. Justify self end. But there's no reason for me to do it like this. I'm just going to make the whole thing a flex. That way it all looks nice and clean. So text center grid order 4 flex. And then if I want this to the right, I'm not going to do BR. You will stay small. And so what I need after flex is justify end. What is just justify end? Okay. Oh, that looks rather disappointing. Or does it? I think it's fine. Probably. Could make this bigger. Maybe figure out how I can make text fit the whole height of its container. But for now, this is good. SNS icons. Okay, so now to summarize, to repeat what I'm planning to do. I go to network, reload. Put down the font anyway. Font is too big. Font file too big. Too much time to load. Time to make it smaller. time for the dogs to start shouting. Okay, so I was reading about this, and to make a subset you could use, I forgot what it's called again. Is it font info? I don't think so. What was it called? Okay, it was not font info. What else could be? Font.js? Latest version 3 years ago. Probably not this one yet. Okay, let's do keyword search for true type. Font.js underscore also font editor. Font editor maybe? Font editor. Let's try looking at font editor. There's only one. Glyph, maybe? FontKit, yes, that's the one. Okay. So FontKit is an advanced for blah 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 used by PDFKit, blah 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 blah. So you install FontKit, you require it, you open the file, and then you do font.layout. Layout a string using default shaping features, returns a glyph run describing glyphs and positions. Get an SVG path for a glyph. We don't need this. Create a font subset, that's what we need. So we get run is equal to font.layout, font.create subset, and then run.glyphs for each function glyph subset.include glyph. Then let buffer subset encode subset OpenSync create. Okay, font objects, other properties, glyph for string layout. Subset encode returns a uint8 array containing the encoded font file. Okay, so I was thinking of using a virtual template, but I'm not sure if it'll work. So virtual template, content, date, virtual path. Yeah, this will not work because that won't work. Overriding languages, no. Pre-process content. So this is another thing I was planning to do. this might work. You want to post-process the content of existing template language or file extension, use the configuration API transform. If you want to pre-process, change. No, it's not either of these. Okay, what am I looking at? Custom template. Output file extension, init, read, use layout, use JavaScript, non using fundamental match, compile options, get data, and get and send from input path. Define additional data should be reviewed from a data JavaScript object. Populate the data class scale. If your templates are compiling JavaScript objects, you probably won't need this. Okay, I have no idea what I'm going to do, so might as well just start. Oops. What was the difference? There's no difference. What is this? Oh, there was a white space. Ah. Okay, so new directory called assets. Assets is gonna have a new file called fa6 free.brands.off2, which will get all the glyphs somehow. So what I was thinking of doing was something like wait, how do you get the glyphs again? Could do socials.sns, but this is a loop now. How do I get the keys? I think it's minus modulo preparent reverse. Okay, I could use map, but I'm not sure how this works. For now, this is going to be ignored because off2 doesn't do anything. So I'm going to go to resume. It's an influence. Should put it over here. Just going to trial socials.sns map 0. Hey, that came through. It's object. So we do map key 8. What else can I do other than map? Remove group handle. Okay, I can do something like first, right? Returns the first item of an array. So if it's a tuple, oh, it's an array, so map. It's not working. Okay, so I probably need to do this with JavaScript anyway. What else can I do? Maybe this is not supposed to be a template language. I think there's something else. So adding CSS JavaScript, you do copy the file. You also do inline stuff, use 11t template. Include node modules, blah 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 blah. Okay. So this is an MJK file, but the permalink is bundle.css, and you include a bunch of other files. Okay, 11t custom templates. Okay, that is what I was trying to do. This is strictly for the code runs in web browser. Content and bundle, probably not. What was the last one? Importing content. No, not this one either. So my main problem right now would be, how do I tell FontKit what glyphs to include? Oh, web fonts. What's this? Let's copy the font. Wonderful. I don't want to do that. That's too easy. Okay. Okay. Let's say that I use liquid. Then I just get all the data, put it together. Maybe use something like a comma as a separator. And then FontKit. I guess I could do that. Okay, let's see. Using data importing template language is custom. Should I just use something like JavaScript? No, probably not. Releasing an extension key 11t.js, or you can pass an array of extensions. Overriding or extending. Okay. Okay. Data that use marked return HTML. She wants it marked or parsed. I kind of get what this is. But add extension md compile function return if. Oops, sorry. Adding key to the object unlocks the user target. CY. Access to existing fill. Options list. Compile. Optional for aliases. I am sleepy. It has been 3 hours and I haven't even started working on the actual thing that I set out to do. I haven't started creating the subset of the web font. And that is why I never finish my projects. I love focusing on very small things for too long. I think I will stop here for today. Continue the rest another day. Good night.